I'm excited and relieved to see that myself and Percy and Taras were re-elected. And first and foremost, I'm thankful to the people of Windsor West for giving me the opportunity to serve them for another 4 years. It's unfortunate that we didn't have the result that we wanted across the province, which would have been an NDP government. But you know what? We are going to be a strong opposition, and we're going to hold the PC government's feet to the fire and hold them accountable to the people of the province.
What do you think is going to happen in the coming months in terms of what's going to happen to the people of the province?
Well, I think based on what announcements that Doug Ford had made, the fact that he didn't want to put forward a fully costed platform, I think the fact that he was making announcements that would equal at least $6 billion in cuts, the fact that he said there won't be job losses, I think that's not being upfront with the people of the province. So I think that we're going to have a lot of work to do as opposition to make sure that those cuts aren't going to take place, and to make sure that the province actually continues to grow, that we see more and more people being able to work and thrive in our province. So I think we're going to have a long road ahead of us and a lot of work, but I certainly am up to the challenge, and I know my colleagues are too.
How does this area seem to buck the trend it did last election, electing all three of you when it seemed to be a Liberal sweep, and it did the same thing again with against another party? How does that happen?
I think that when you look at both federally and provincially, that there have been NDP incumbents, that there have been NDP members, and people of the area realize that New Democrats work really hard on behalf of everybody in our area to ensure that we're seeing investment in our area, to make sure that when cuts to services are coming our way, that we fight back and we stop those. So I think it's the hard work of the elected representatives, the New Democrats. People realize that we're there for them, and it doesn't matter what your background is, it doesn't matter what your economic status or your job status is, that we're there for everybody, and I think that the people of Windsor and Essex County appreciate that.
As reporters, as journalists, you guys are going to have so much fun with the Ford cabinet and the Ford government. I mean, you guys should be looking forward to that, because it's going to be really interesting to see what he does. So.
Generally speaking, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I really am on the top of the world to get this kind of a support, this kind of a turnout, this kind of a result. I think it's great. For myself, for this riding, you won't believe it, but I'm humbled. You have to be humbled when you get this kind of support in your hometown and in your own riding. And if this is the third time I've been elected provincially, and it just feels great.
Why do you think it is that the NDP couldn't get enough support across the province to form government this time around?
Well, I think there's a popularity of the populist Mr. Ford. And people wanted to believe that he was going to bring change. He was going to bring beer for $1. He was going to lower your gas prices by 12 cents. He was going to do so many things that we haven't seen how he's going to pay for it all. But I would be really disappointed, along with you, if he doesn't get me beer for $1. Because I'm about to make my way to the bar now, and I'm going to be paying more than $1 for a beer.
Do you think it's time for the NDP to get a new leader now that...
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. We have the best leader of the three parties, and she has taken us from third-party status, doubled her seats up until the official opposition. So no, absolutely not. She's going to stay as long as she wants.